Hello everyone, my name is Lori Bradner with the Florida Aviation Network. We're here today at the 42nd Annual Sun and Fun, where we are paying honor to all of our military armed services this year. We're broadcasting live from the Aerospace Center for Excellence. And truly, to round out this day, I am so honored and pleased to be sitting here with Mr. Bill McMannis. Mr. McMannis, it is an honor to have you here. Mr. McMannis is a veteran who is here, and I believe in the briefing, Mr. McMannis, you will be 100 years old in August. Is that correct?
August 31st.
August 31st. Well, may I be one of the first to wish you a happy 100th birthday, a little early?
You're not the first.
I'm not the first, okay. Well, Mr. McMannis, you're here today. I want to talk with you a little bit. You've flown P-40s.
Oh, yeah.
You're also a member of the American Volunteer Group, and you are a member of the Flying Tigers of China. Is that correct?
Late ones, not the early ones.
The late ones, okay. And can you tell us a little bit about that, Mr. McMannis? Tell us a little bit about your experiences.
About what, honey?
About your experiences there, because I understand you were in China when the atom bomb was actually dropped.
Yes, that's right.
And tell me, how did that lead you into because you said that everybody thought they were just going to go home.
Yeah, but it didn't work that way. That was explained to us. We were all raised in hell. But we're gone. And he came and he said, now you guys are not going home yet. We've got to get all our material that we want to save to the ports. Now the ports in those days were Shanghai,
right,
Hong Kong, and Calcutta,
okay,
India, which is over the hump.
Okay.
And so that's what I got stuck with. I used to fly both directions.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, where did your flying career start, Mr. McMannis? How did you get into aviation? I know we were talking, we both have Michigan in common. I believe that you are a Wolverine through and through, the University of Michigan. How did you get into aviation?
I got into aviation when I went down to Erie, along the lake.
Okay.
And I was looking for a job because my grandfather, I told you about in the cemetery.
Right.
So I went down to the little local airport, and the fellow down there said, Bill, what are you doing here? I didn't even know a guy.
Okay.
It seems that he was actually the guy that stood by when I was born.
Okay.
He was my doctor when I didn't know him even.
Amazing.
He said, what are you doing here? And I said, I'm just kind of looking around for a job right now. And he said, if you got any planes I could wash or something, you know. He said, no, I don't have any planes I could wash. But he said, I'm a collector of airplanes. And he said, I'll give you some flying time.
Okay.
Which I took. That's how I got flying.
That's amazing. And then how did that translate into your military service?
Well, I went back to Cleveland. I was telling you about the uncle that said my uncle was a manager of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Pictures in Cleveland.
Yes.
And he said, Bill, we've had a lot of people in our family. We've had everything you could think of, blackguards or horse thieves and everything else, but we never had a grave digger. He said, I don't want you to be the only one.
That's right, because you were actually, when you first went to Pennsylvania, you were working in a cemetery.
My grandfather, yeah.
Yes, okay. So they didn't want you to be the only grave digger, so what did he tell you to do?
He said, I'll give you a job in Cleveland if you want to come to Cleveland. It's 100 miles.
Okay.
So I went to Cleveland, and I became a booker for a while. A booker is a guy that passes out the pictures for Metro.
Okay.
And I used to fight them off. The way that worked is they had first, second, and third class pictures.
Okay.
Also, they had first, second, and third class theaters. The third class theater could not get a first class picture right off the bat.
Okay.
I'm the one that had to disseminate to separate them, in other words.
Okay.
I had a lot of trouble with it.
Okay.
Those guys would come in and throw me a cigar, soft soap me around.
Okay. So you went to Cleveland, and then how did you get into the military?
Well,
Now,
I
what
was
did you
I
do?
was in Cleveland, and I lived in the YMCA.
Wow.
So I was just single and alone. A lot of single guys lived in the Y.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a lot of friends in there. We're all young guys. We used to go out on the weekends and raise hell somewhere, you know. And I got a call. I'm trying to think what it was. We got a call from the YWCA, which is about 2 blocks down the street.
Okay.
Big building.
Okay.
And they were having a dance, and the girls were all single in there. And they,
Right.
come on up, we're having a dance. So we all went to dance.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting there and danced with a few gals. And finally, I saw my wife, but I didn't get to know her that well.
Okay.
And she said, we're moving out to East Cleveland,
Mm-hmm.
which is 85th Street,
Okay.
and the apartment, why don't you come on out? When we come out, me and a friend of mine went out there. And he had a date with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a date with a girlfriend who was a real.
We're gonna keep it clean, but okay.
Yeah. No, I mean she wasn't a doll.
Okay.
And so I went out with her once, and I didn't go back. My friend said, come on out again. I went out and asked my wife for a date,
Awesome.
and got away with it.
Okay.
I chased her around for quite a while.
Okay.
And then at that time they were having a draft of
Right.
government
Right.
people. And I thought, damn, I don't want to be in the infantry.
Right.
And so I went down to Citibank building in Cleveland. They were taking giving tests out
Okay.
on the Navy.
Yes.
So I took a Navy exam.
Yes, sir.
The guy said, you passed. I'll let you go home for a couple of days, and I'll call you back for swearing.
Wow.
So I went back, and he said, I remember there was 8 of us. Okay, oh, by the way, he said, are any of you guys married? I said, I was the only one of the whole 8 was married.
Okay.
He said, I was saying a few words I shouldn't have said.
That's okay.
And he said, well, you're going to fly that bad? He said, go across the hall and take the Air Force exam, which I did. For the cadets.
Okay.
And I was out there and gone. In about a week, I was gone. Went from there went to Nashville, Tennessee for classification.
Yes.
I went to Montgomery, Alabama for all my indoctrination.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was sworn in Columbus, Ohio,
Okay.
Fort Todd.
Okay.
And then I went from Maxwell. I went to primary flying school,
Okay.
all the way here in Florida, Arcadia,
Really?
by
Okay.
train. We went down the back roads and everything, because they were spying on us, you know.
Right. Right.
Went down and we ended up in Arcadia,
Okay.
which was owned by Embry-Riddle Corporation at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got my primaries. I was pretty good. I went right through that, you know,
Okay.
and went to the.
Did you have any prior interest in aviation at all, in flight or flying? Bill, or were you interested in airplanes as a young boy or a child?
Oh, yeah, everybody was.
Okay.
You know, all the
Okay.
kids were.
So you got through the primary training, and where did that take you?
I went from there to Bainbridge, Georgia, which is basic school.
Right.
That was a plane called a BC-13.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, I went to several places. I flew the twin in Albany, Georgia, 18-9.
Wow.
That was for the P-38
Okay.
bomber.
Yes.
And then I went from there to They just moved me around for quite a while. They had so many guys going through, you know.
Okay.
Went from there to I was in Valdosta. That was Moody. Moody was in Valdosta.
Wow.
Went there. Then I got a job. They gave me a job flying navigation students around,
Okay.
which is out in rural Louisiana,
Okay.
Selman Field.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went from there. Trying to think what I did. Oh yeah, when I was through there, I ferried 2 airplanes into Alaska.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay. How long were you in the military? No, how
Oh.
long did you serve?
almost 5 years,
Wow.
I think, something like that.
Okay. What did you do when you left the military?
I came home broke, no money. I think I had $400 severance.
Okay.
I got out in Franklin, Indiana,
Wow.
which is Camp Atterbury,
Mm-hmm.
which is for illiterates. That's what they used to get. But what they tried to do is get to the closest you were to where you listed to let you out.
Okay.
That was the closest I could get to Cleveland.
Okay.
And my wife was home in Canton, Ohio. She'd been working there in a bank or something and staying with her mother, who was a school teacher there.
Okay.
And so I sat there a little bit, and here she came in a beat up old Chrysler she'd gotten a hold of somewhere. You couldn't buy a car,
Right.
you know, that time.
Okay.
Got in that car, and
Where did that take you?
I went back to her mother first. Damn near wrecked everybody on the highway going there, too.
Okay.
Christ. And then from there, I said my mother was still living in St. Petersburg.
Okay.
My brother was here yet.
Right.
No, my brother was gone. He was already gone. He was over in Ireland in this place.
Okay.
He said, I came down to Florida, and my mother was on 4th Street on St. Pete.
Okay.
She said, you're not sitting on my front porch. I've been bragging about that case of beer I was going to get. And so
What did you end up doing when you reached St.
well,
Petersburg?
I had a job for a while in Cleveland there and other places. And, you know, back in those days, the government would back you if you were a veteran.
Right. Okay.
So I took that veteran, and I told my wife, I said, you want to go back to Cleveland? I got a job there. Oh, I don't want to go to that place. That's awful up there.
Right.
It was, the weather was terrible.
Yes, it is.
So he said, well, I'll see what I can do. I found a duplex apartment on the south side of St. Pete,
Mm-hmm.
and up and down. There was an old house they converted into. And I bought the damn thing. And I still hadn't have a job,
Right.
but I rented it out to a great big strong looking guy, you know. He was from New Castle, Pennsylvania. I never forgot it. He was a friend of mine for life.
Awesome.
And he said to me, Bill, have you got a job? I said, no, I don't have a job.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you want a job? I said, I could sure use some money. He said, well, I'm a lineman at Florida Power Corporation.
Wow.
He said, I'll put a word in for if you want to go down and talk to him. And I went down, the guy said, yeah, but we don't have anything in your field, talking about chemicals.
Right. Right.
So he said, if you need a job, I can give you a job, but it won't be much. I said, I'll take it. I went to work on a line crew.
That's amazing.
And I went through all the stuff, ended up, it was almost 30 years there.
Wow. Well, let me ask you a quick question as we get ready to close. It's an honor to have you here, and thank you for your service and your willingness to talk to us. What is your secret to, if you had one secret, is there a secret to a long life? What is your secret, Bill?
Well, I think most of the main secret of the ball is I kept my thinking. I keep my senses about me.
Right.
I don't have Alzheimer's or anything like that.
Right. Well, we thank you so much, and thank you for your service, and thank you for the work you did with the Flying Tigers of China and the American Volunteer Group.
Well, they're kind of a roughneck bunch.
Okay.
They were.
They were? Well, it is such a pleasure, and thank you for your willingness to come and join us and talk to us and share with us and being here today. My name is Lori Bradner. I was just here with an almost 100-year-old veteran of the United States Armed Forces. I thank you, Bill, for being here. Please come see us at the 42nd Annual Sun and Fun as we celebrate all of America's Armed Forces. Again, I'm Lori Bradner with the Florida Aviation Network. Don't miss Sun and Fun this year, right here in Lakeland, Florida.